Hello and welcome to another episode of Viking Women's Basketball with Chelsey Gregg. The Vikings are back again. It was a 10-day layoff this last time, and a 27-day layoff before, but just to fill us in on the last week for you guys.
Yeah, we took it with a grain of salt. What can you do? It's out of our control, and so we continue to preach control the controllables this season, and so we took it as an opportunity to get our legs right, to rest a little bit after the extensive road trips that we've had. And just excited to get back in the gym to share that excitement about being able to get up shots and actually practice, learn, work on some things.
Yeah, and you never want a break, especially in these circumstances, but it was a chance to catch your breath a little bit maybe because you had just played 10 games in a 24-day span after that 27-day layoff. Of course, now you're going to play 8 games in a 16-day span, but did you get a sense at all that the team, was afforded a chance to reset at all?
I think so. Being just in your own bed, like we talked about, there's no excuses. Everybody's going through it. In some type of way, it's affected everyone. And so but that being said, it's great to be home, to be able to get in your own gym, to be able to get shots up. And like I said, just be able to gain confidence through that. A lot of times, confidence is through reps. And when you don't get those, it's hard to continue to make those adjustments when we can't work on anything.
And it's not like you were playing poorly during the last 10-game stretch. I mean, there was the close game against Southern Utah, had a lead late against Northern Colorado. So the team has elements that are there. That's why maybe it's hopeful that, okay, let's take a breath, and now let's attack this last 8 games.
Yeah, it's exciting. I like the growth that I'm seeing. When we look back at those games, they're just key moments, whether we don't get the stop that we need to stop a run or the made baskets. We got to be able to shoot the ball better. So I'm hoping with that little reset that we got our legs back a little bit and we'll be ready to go.
All right, let's talk about this weekend now. We're filming this before the Vikings play at NAU, so we don't have that result in our minds. But focusing on the home games, Saturday Montana comes to the Viking Pavilion. They just they're coming off a bit of an up and down week. They beat Southern Utah last Monday, which is a great win for them. Then they're kind of snake bitten and get 2 losses, including a crazy game against Northern Arizona where the Lady Grizz thought they had the game winner. Then they give up a 3-point play with 0.8 seconds left. So kind of a crazy week leading into this, but what can you tell us about the Lady Grizz?
Yeah, that they're a solid team, that they're a veteran, that they're going to find a way to compete. I think this year just lends itself to having those ups and downs and schedule changes and all of that being said, but they're a good team and they'll find themselves hopefully after they play us. But the reality is that we got to continue to worry about us. We got to be able to make shots. I think that's something that we've struggled with. The games that we're in, we're shooting the ball really well. And defensively, the first time around, we had a great first half against them and then lost in the second half with getting defensive stops and allowed too many wide open looks at their place. And so we can clean that up on the offensive end. And defensively, just really keen in our rebounding. But a good team coming in, we're going to have to be able to take away the 3-point shot and keep them off the boards.
All right, then it's Montana State and Viking Pavilion Monday. The Bobcats always a strong team, one of the top teams in the conference. They had an 8-game win streak snapped at Southern Utah, but they bounced back against NAU, and they play Southern Utah again actually the Saturday before you guys play them. And that can always be kind of tricky with a big game like that, and then you come off of it. But the Bobcats are good, and what can you tell us about them?
I just think that for them, it's just a solid balance. They just have a lot of, again, they have some youth, but some veteran players, and their bench is really stepping up, and so they got a lot of depth. I liked our effort and our execution at their place, but looking back at film, there's a lot of things that we can clean up and be better at. We talk about the little things hold the big things together, and so can we be better at those in those moments, like I said, controlling runs, stopping runs, continuing gaining momentum there. But just some costly turnovers. We have to really limit that against them as with that veteran team and with White at the helm. She gets in those passing lanes, quick hands, and goes the other way. And all of a sudden, what you thought was a game turned into a 6-8 point lead, and now you're battling back. So I think for us, again, it's continuing to control what we can control, and that's taking care of the basketball, getting great looks, and then we got to have the ability to knock them down.
All right, there it is. It's Saturday at 2 p.m. against Montana. Monday at 6 p.m. against Montana State. Monday is also a pink out, so wear pink if you can. For tickets and all other information, visit GoVikes.com.